Time though of Leopards baseball. Joining us live here on Running Point for a player profile. Anthony, how we doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. You're doing a lot better though. I assume after last night. Where are the emotional levels at for you right now?
It was crazy. Going into the season, I think we had high expectations for our team. And as the season went on, we faced some adversity. We got through it. We made it to this point. We're on a hot streak, and running that dog pile was kind of surreal. Didn't really hit me until afterwards and just soaked it all in on the field. Just a very special night for sure.
You've had a lot of success on the mound this season. You got the team to this point with your pitching in the semifinals. I think it's been a while since you've given up an earned run too. I mean, what's been working so well for you on the mound this season?
Just the catcher, my catcher, Walker Candle. I've pitched him since freshman year. He catches me all winter, and I don't think people realize how big of an effect he has. So he'll go out there. He's confident in me. I'm confident in him. And he'll just call my fastballs and slider changeup combo. He knows them as well as I do, and he knows that I can do it. So he goes out there, reads the batter. It's basically all just the mindset. We go out there and throw what I know I can throw, and it just happens to work for us.
Quick follow-up to that real quick, because you talk about the relationship with your catcher. How much trust is there? I mean, trust has to be so important in that dynamic, trusting that he's reading the hitters and he's calling the right pitch.
Yeah, another big part of it is he's such a wall back there that I know if a clutch time situation, guy on second or third, I can throw a slider in the dirt, and I have confidence that I'm blocking it. I don't think he's given up a pass ball in probably half the season. So just really good knowing that I can throw what I want to throw, and he'll back me up.
Speaking of the season, I know we talked about last night, but I mean, talk about this season as a whole and this experience from your perspective. Put it into words.
I honestly can't. It's been amazing. Obviously, every game I go out there, I want it to be my best game. And going into it with my dad, I know you want to take it one game at a time. You don't want to look ahead and be like, wow, this could be the last game he ever coached me. So we go out there, let's try to get the win every time. We came into the season looking for success. I didn't know it would be at this climax, but it's amazing for sure.
It has to be hard in tournaments to kind of put away that feeling of this could be my last game. How are you able to do that and just focus on the here and now and not worry about whether or not it's going to be your last game with Louisville?
Especially a big game like Salem, like we just had. When I get out on the mound, the adrenaline just takes over, and I'm kind of just like beeline focus on getting that batter out, taking it a pitch at a time. And another big part of it is my team supporting me. They're always there for me. I know I'm always comfortable. I never really have that doubt in my mind when I'm out there on the field.
How impactful is it to have your father as a coach?
It is pretty amazing because, he's gotten me since my first game when I was little, T-ball, throwing ground balls in the dirt up until now. I always know that he's counting on me. I know I can count on him. And I know we kind of just work together. It just happens.
I know you get a lot of attention on this pitching staff because of the success you've had, but man, it's a staff. You guys have a lot of good arms in that bullpen. Talk about the dynamic with the pitcher room and how much you have kind of related to these guys and the young guns that have been able to come up, the sophomores like Connor last night, and how much it's been a blessing to kind of help them grow and kind of take them under your wing.
Yeah, I love it. We came into the season early November, all the way back last year. We started off season, started getting ready. And just since then, I've kind of just I give tips, mentor them, kind of tell them what I feel and what I know they can do. And as you just grow as a team and as a bullpen, you kind of just flow. Everybody just gets their own thing. Them, especially with Walker too, again, back to the catcher, he knows the arms all the way 1 through 4, 1 through 5, and he knows what they can do. And when they come out there and get their confidence rolling, I think we'll be a pretty scary team.
Being that there is so much young talent on this team, is there any players that you've kind of tried to take under your wing and kind of guide them along, and you're going to be looking forward to seeing them be successful in the next coming years?
Yeah, obviously Morley for next year coming back his senior year is huge. Charlie Roberts in center, I know he'll stick with it. He'll stick with the grind. And then our sophomore class right now, I cannot wait for them to be seniors because Cole Miller and Zach Root are two amazing arms as sophomores. So if they build up, just trust the process till they're seniors, they'll be amazing. And our backup shortstop, Andrew Corona, he's gotten some good experience this year, and he's a fighter. So I'm really excited for him when he's a senior too.
The next interview we're going to have after you later on the show is JT Popick, and I got to ask about that catch he made from your perspective against the Salem and what it's like to have a defender like that right behind you at shortstop.
But that is huge because that game, I believe Darius Beck got hit. He got on, and then when Williams cranked that, I was like, shoot, here we go. Turn around. He just makes that insane play, probably the best play I've seen on a field while I'm playing. And if you're pitching in front of a defense that you can trust and has that fight for you when they're playing selfless, not for themselves and for the team, it just builds your confidence and makes you a better player yourself.
When that ball was hit and 2 runs come home last night, what was going through your mind when you guys grabbed the early lead?
I honestly don't know what I was thinking, but I know what I was doing. I was coming out of the dugout screaming at Sid because that was the most adrenaline I think I've ever had in a baseball game. To hop out and get those early runs and just pound it on a team early and come out there with the whole team hyped up. The city of Louisville, we were packed last night. They got up for Sig. It was a special moment for sure. I'll remember that for a while.
You know, one of the things that we were able to hear Coach say last night in his kind of post-game meeting with you guys was that you're all that guy. You're all contributing to the win, even though, you know, every day it might be someone else that steps up. How much has this team really bought into that? Talk about buying into the fact that everyone on this team contributes and everyone feels like they contributes and everyone knows that they're that guy any given night.
Yeah, if you come to a game and you listen to our dugout, you know, the guy at the end, guy at the very end, everybody in the middle, we're so loud. We're always with each other. And I think a lot of people say like your team is like a family, but this team is like, it's so special. The bond, I actually feel like I'm with my second family because everybody's so close. And I think a big part of this was going down to Tennessee early in the season, first week, and just living with each other for a week, got everybody really comfortable with each other. And I think everybody knows that if we come in, everybody, same role every game, we come out there, do what we always do, that we can be successful.
Did you get a moment to appreciate the 400 to 500 Louisville faithful that were lining the foul lines for you last night?
Yes, because we came out, I think it was one of the mid innings, and Morley got in a jam and struck out the next 2. And I looked around, the crowd erupted. I went out there, I got them hyped up, and I looked down, fence line all the way back to the cement steps there. It was packed. It's a really special environment. I like that the city's always behind us, and it's really special having it at our field.
We asked Coach this. Was it weird to be the visiting team in your home stadium? Did that kind of feel weird for you?
Yeah, at the beginning it was, especially at Salem when I had to go out there bottom 7th at our field and put away a team. But if you come out there and put the runs early and get the pitchers a good cushion, I think it's also a positive to be the away team in that situation.
You get a little bit of rest now, and you know you're probably going to be going next week at some point. What's going through your mind as you gear up for regionals?
I'm honestly just going to go into this looking at it as another game because that's what's worked for me all year. I'm not going to try to hype it up too much, never get too high, never get too low. Go out there and just do what I always do what I know I can do, and pitch, let them hit the ball, let my defense make plays, and just try to keep rolling.
Take us through the Gatorade bath and what it was like to give Coach that bath, and who kind of orchestrated it, and who was the people that had to make it happen.
Yeah, so we go out there, you know, Ashton Marshall comes out and do his big flip, and I saw Connor Adelman and Charlie Roberts just go over and ask the trainer for where that was, and then we were all huddled up, and I heard everybody going like, uh-oh, and I turned around and they were just running up, like splash him as he's like trucking into us, because kind of just a bang play. It was sweet for sure because he was soaked, everybody was soaked. We're just almost like a standing dog pile in the outfield for the win. It was so fun. Great moment.
Anthony mentioned Gatorade too, and I got to ask too because it's been a running theme too with the baseball and softball players this year. Mm-hmm. What is the Gatorade sunflower seed or sports drinks dugout snack combination for Anthony Warren?
Weird that you asked that because ever since my very first start junior year last year, my superstition, I always have to have a Pedialyte. I only drink Pedialyte and water, and I don't eat seeds ever when I'm pitching. It's so I just Pedialyte and water. That's all I do.
If Gatorade came to you and said, we're going to make a flavor for you, a Anthony Warner flavor, what do you think the flavor would be? What kind of flavor would it taste like? And if you could name it, what would you want to name it?
Probably something weird like tropical tango. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I'm a big tropical guy. I like pineapples, mangoes, all that stuff. Probably something like that, tropical for sure.
We were told that it's finals week for you guys as well, so I got to ask, like, what's the one final that you're dreading the most?
Well, that was for underclassmen. We got out of school last week, 2 weeks ago. But the worst final that I had to take by far was my pre-calculus one. That class was rough all year, and Connor Alderman actually sat next to me, and we just kind of grinded through it and just took the final. Said it is what it is. We'll finish this year, and we ended up doing pretty well on it. But that was for sure the worst one of my high school career.
You look at your teammate Connor's GPA; it's sitting really high. I mean, what kind of inspiration is that to look next to him and see Connor putting in his work, not just in the field but in the classroom as well?
Yeah, it keeps you going. You stay competitive in every aspect of life, and when he's out there doing that, it makes you want to do that too. Because he has almost everything on a resume in high school you can check off. He's done, so just keeps you going, makes you want to do more.
Is there something that you kind of wanted to do in high school that you unfortunately didn't get the chance to do?
I played golf for 3 years. That was really fun. I honestly think, I know I did play it, but I think if I took that a little more seriously, it would have been more fun to be successful in it. But probably sticking with golf. I know I played baseball too, but if I grinded through golf as I did baseball, I think I could be successful in both. But it was a fun 3 years.
What's one sport that you didn't play in high school that if you could play any sport, you think, man, I really want to give that a try?
I always thought that I would have a lot of fun if I played tennis. I don't know. My sister played tennis, so I'd always go out there with her and my dad and just play with them. And I always thought I'd be a pretty good tennis player, but it's same season as baseball, so I never got into it.
I know this is going to be a hard question because you guys are such a good team and you're all such good teammates. But if you had to pick like one guy that just exuded that teammate attitude and had that selfless attitude on your roster, who would win like the best teammate award as far as that goes?
That Caleb Harsh. Every game he comes in, he's crazy from the start. We're huddled up behind the dugout, not even in our dugout, and he's going crazy, screaming, getting us hyped up. And he's the number one dugout talker by far. He's in there loving everybody. He gets everybody up. Any small play happens, he hypes it up. So I just love being in there with him, brings the energy, and it's fun to be around.
Who's got the most swag on the team?
I would have to give that a tie between Connor Alderman and JT Popick.
I'm going to give you a chance to kind of poke some fun at somebody who thinks they have swag, but he doesn't at all.
Who thinks they do? Who thinks they do? I've got to give this to Connor Morley. I hate to do it, but he's out there. He's always talking about he's dripped up and stuff, but I have to give it to Connor because he thinks he does, but it's not too much.
What's the pregame playlist for Louisville baseball sound like?
Pregame playlist, we always have country on. I don't know what songs. It's just same songs every time, but we always have country shuffling. My favorite song on there is probably Florida Georgia Line and Morgan Wallen, somewhere on there. So it's always country.
What's your walk-up song?
My walk-up song, even though I didn't get too many hits because I turned into a PO, but it was Drowning by A Boogie. Not sure if you guys know that.
All right, maybe not a walk-up. If you could have a walk-out song, would it be the same, like walking out of the bullpen?
Yeah, we do have a walkout song. Our first inning song for everybody is Renegade by Styx because Coach Adams loved that. But my second inning walkout song is Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
There you go. Perfect segue. Who's your favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero? Probably Spider-Man. I don't know why. I just love Spider-Man. Love Spider-Man movies.
Who's your real-life hero?
Real-life hero? Honestly, probably my grandma, because she, no matter what happens, she always has a smiling face, always has good attitude and positive aspect on life.
And one question from me real quick. I got to ask, is it Christmas every day in the Warner household?
No.
Yeah, it looks like a Christmas tree behind you. That's why we asked.
Oh, no. That's just all year round. But, yeah, all year round. Got to keep some spirit throughout the house. But for sure.
What's the best Christmas gift you've ever received since we're on Christmas?
This is a tough one. Listen, best Christmas gift. Probably, honestly, I don't know why I think of this, but when I was younger, probably just my first like big baseball glove. This is just a weird memory I have, but that probably got me into a lot of baseball and the gloves and stuff.
Do you have a special relationship with your glove?
Yes. I hate when people touch it. I hate when people put their hand in it. It's foreign to me. I don't put it in my bag ever. It's always in my room. I never leave it in my car. So, yeah, for sure, that's a special part of my game.
Are you someone that names their gloves?
No, I never
Okay.
named it. Never named it, but
if you had to, what would be like the glove name? If I said, yeah, you got to name your glove.
probably something like Betsy, just reliable old Betsy, something like that.
Has it
I
been
love it. All reliable.
all reliable? Has it been the same glove for a while? Like, how old is the glove you're currently using?
So I had a really nice one freshman year, and I happened to leave it at a baseball facility. So this one I've had since sophomore year. Used it since sophomore year. So all my games, obviously.
What was your dream job growing up? Like the one thing you wanted to be? If we asked like 6-year-old Anthony, what he wanted to be when he grew up?
6-year-old Anthony definitely wanted to be a shortstop for the Indians, 100%.
That's still a possibility. Except they'd be the Guardians, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's your favorite professional athlete?
Favorite professional. I like Marcus Stroman. You know, pitcher wise, I think he's a pitcher that goes out there and just has swag to his game. He's pretty good, so I like watching him.
All right, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system and the people that are always there for you.
Yes, Louisville. Start with my teammates. We'll start at the bottom. Teammates, they're always there for me. Thank you guys. Couldn't do what I'm doing without your support. Coaches, always guiding me and mentoring me. Obviously, my dad, been there from the beginning, so it's a big season to have you. And then parents, my mom, she's huge for me. Always gets me stuff. Anytime I forget something, she's always there. And then Louisville, thank you guys for always supporting. Obviously, this district was huge. Having you guys support, I think it gave us a few runs. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to your next game. We wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to also talking to you again real soon.
Thank you guys for having me.